Hey, it's Dion from Voss Media Board Game Cafe and Champions of Tabletop. We want to introduce you to our new show, Voss Media 5 and 5.
Here are the new releases for the month of April 1st to April 7th. The first game we are talking about this week is Trash Talk. How does a raccoon talk to a possum? With trash, of course. Use prized treasures pulled from dumpsters, gutters, and maybe a few stolen from the humans to master cross-species communication so everyone wins. In the first round of play, 3-word cards are revealed, and each player or team secretly assigns the same 3 objects to these 3 words. These objects come from an assortment of odd items included in the box. Does the plastic plant best match the word double, dream, or sharp? Once both sides have locked in their choices, reveal the objects. If you match all 3 objects, put those cards aside, add a 4th object, lay out new cards, and play another round. If not, try again with 3 new cards. If you fail again, you lose the game. If you successfully make your way up to matching 10 objects with 10 cards, you win. Finally, a game that answers age-old questions like, what is more like duck, a paper umbrella, or a diamond-shaped paperclip? Includes 20 physical items your friends will be fighting over the meaning of all night. Challenging win condition makes you want to keep playing with friends. Unique party game that gets people talking. That's Trash Talk. Also releasing this week is AI Space Puzzle. AI Space Puzzle is a deductive cooperative game in which you play as people evacuated from Earth on spaceships and as the onboard artificial intelligence, AI. Its task is to help passengers during this difficult journey. Unfortunately, it has also partially malfunctioned. Your task will be to create an effective communication system between the ship's crew and AI during the journey to a new home. There are dozens of scenarios with increasing levels of difficulty waiting for you. Each one contains new challenges that you must overcome to survive. Key points. New twist in the deduction genre. Play cooperatively, a bang for the buck. 40 scenarios for a $29 USD. Perfect for the fans of Turing Machine Encrypted. AI Space Puzzle. The next release we are going to highlight is Xylence. In Xylence, you are all survivors of the zombie apocalypse and have set up camp on the roof of a skyscraper, which is located in the middle of the game board. 12 flight paths start from this skyscraper, 3 of which are active each round as indicated by the symbol marker. Some of the paths are longer than others, some shorter, and some end up nowhere in particular. Each path begins with one of the 4 symbol icons, and each icon has a red, a yellow, and a blue path. Using only your eyes, your task is to scan the 3 active flight paths in order to find the best path, that is, the one on which you can find most of the items for which you're looking. From our friends at Pegasus Spiele, Xylence. The 4th game released this week highlights the length of this show, as now we are releasing games we highlighted for pre-release in earlier shows. This week you can get Escape from New York. In Escape from New York, by the renowned Kevin Wilson, players will attempt in a race against time to find the president and the precious tape and bring them back from the most dangerous prison in the world, all of Manhattan. You will play as Snake, Brain, Maggie, and Cabby. While you will initially cooperate against New York's gangs, with time you will have occasions to betray the others and try to win alone. Will you resist the temptation and stick to the collective victory, or will you throw your temporary companions under the taxi at the first occasion? Play as characters and face villains all directly taken from the movie, with uniquely themed abilities and playstyle. Semi-cooperative, where all of you can become the traitor when you judge it to be convenient. Steal cars from the enemies and use them. Explore a randomly generated map, different for each game. Check out Escape from New York. The last game we're going to talk about is Starship Interstellar 2357. In stark contrast to mankind's hopes, violent astronomical events and the unregulated use of the new solar extraction technology have greatly accelerated the growth rate of our star during the recent decades. Now the sun is nearing the end of its life cycle, and its fate, as any other star of its category, is to transform into a red giant. This will result in an exceptional increase in volume that will cause it to engulf Mercury, Venus, and possibly Earth itself. In the best-case scenario, the increase in volume will stop short of our planet's destruction, but life as we know it would have already been destroyed due to radiation and the dramatic increase in surface's temperatures. Our only hope as mankind is to build a colossal interstellar spaceship that would allow a fraction of humanity to evacuate on a new Earth we have located in the TRAPPIST star system during our search for viable extrasolar planets. Such a project, however, is far from simple. The resources we need can't be found on our planet, and the few made available from the solar extraction technology are still insufficient. The only way to complete this monumental task is to harvest the materials needed directly from the other planets of our solar system. Every player will guide a nation with the aim of becoming the foremost contributor in the race for the interstellar spaceship. If mankind is to be saved, whichever nation will be deemed the greatest contributor will have the honor of guiding humanity on this new Earth. Check out Starship Interstellar. That was our 5 new release this week. Go and pick them up at your friendly local game store. Now let's look at 5 games you should go and pre-order today. The first on our list is Way Too Many Cats. Way Too Many Cats is a competitive drafting spatial puzzle game about drafting cats, making each cat happy, and pressing your luck in the number of kittens you take on. Players are managers of an adoption agency trying to show off each cat in the best light. They accomplish this differently depending on the cat type and the individual characteristics of each cat. The game is played until one player fills all showcase spots in their adoption center. All players get equal turns and the player with the cutest cats wins. Release date is April 24th, so pre-order today. Another one you should pre-order today is Jinx. Jinx is an abstract strategy game for 2. 4 players featuring striking stacking pyramid-shaped pieces in 3 sizes and 4 colors: black, white, gray, and clear. In Jinx, players jockey for position on a 3x3 grid. Pyramid size and a die roll determine your possible moves on each turn. Use your move to capture an opponent's piece or better position one of your own pieces. If you own the topmost pyramids in any 3-space line through the center, you win. But be careful. You can also be eliminated if you lose too many of your pieces. Our friends at Looney Labs have done it yet again. Release date is May 3rd. Pre-order now. The third one we are going to talk about is Robo Rally Transformers. Rev up and roll out. The fastest robots in the universe have converged on Velocitron to race in the legendary Speedia 500 for the right to rule the planet. So start your engines, charge your weapons, and keep your eyes on the prize. In Robo Rally, Transformers play legendary robots like Megatron and Optimus Prime as you navigate a dangerous race course and speed across the planet's cities and deserts. Convert between your alt, vehicle, and bot modes to dart in and out of buildings, jump across obstacles, and attack your rivals. Reach the final checkpoint first to win. Features: Transformers that convert from bot, robot mode to alt, vehicle mode, new race courses in a Cybertronian city or desert style, new elements like buildings, high-speed roads, corridors, bombs, and jump ramps, new program cards to drift in addition to the usual actions, include 6 Transformers miniatures in their bot mode, over 80 different possible race courses making for great replayability. This just feels right with a reskinned Robo Rally. Releases May 1st, so pre-order today. The next game is DC Comics deck building game, Justice League Dark. Are you ready to go dark? This entry in the DC deck building game series puts you in the supernatural shoes of the DC team that steps in when challenges arise that are too mystical for regular superheroes. Become a member of the Justice League Dark as you seal the threats of magical supervillains and transform your cards into more powerful forms. Standalone game, but compatible with other games in DC deck building game series. Features based on Justice League Dark comics, with original cover art by Ryan Benjamin. Play as Justice League Dark members like Wonder Woman, John Constantine, Zatanna, and Dr. Fate. Transform cards have the ability to change into other cards. Seal your cards away to add to your score at the end of the game. New weakness cards have a built-in way to get rid of them, if you are willing to pay the cost. As a big DC fan, I will be adding this to my personal collection. Releases June 1st, however pre-orders are due soon. The last game we chose because I got a chuckle. Not sure if this is a brand new game, as I believe it is a reprint or just becoming available at my distributors. Clash of Galliforms. Explore, build, and battle in this strategy and resource management game with ground-living birds set in an alternate timeline where birds work alongside tribal clans. As the clans have developed close to their feathery mounts, their cultures have been formed by their specific clan birds. Some have mastered the way of faster bird breeding, while others have gone down a more warlike path. Now is the time to choose your bird, and in so doing, your way of life. Players must expand their territory to find supplies and new technologies for their tribes. The threat from rival clans is also constant, so you have to adapt your strategies and think ahead of your opponents to survive. Will you conquer the other clans by force, or will your memory live on through the peaceful measure of completing cave paintings? The choice is yours. The scheduled release date is May 17th. Thank you for joining us for this week's Voss Media 5 and 5. Remember that all of these games you should run out and pre-order as soon as possible at your friendly local game store. If you don't have a friendly local game store, you can always swing into vossmediastore.com to place your pre-order for any of these titles. From everyone here at Voss Media Board Game Cafe and Champions of Tabletop, remember, never stop playing.